Hey there, everyone. So, tonight we created a beautiful plate of fried fish, some cabbage, some yellow rice, and some bread on the side. Now, this is a spicy dish, okay? So, if you're not ready for the spice, you can definitely pay attention to all of the seasonings that I use, and I will be giving you some ideas of some substitutes as well as just leave it out, okay? So, go ahead and enjoy the video.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Okay, wherever you are, I am here to give you a recipe, whatever time you're watching this. So, I have a taste for some fish, and you guys, every now and then, it's like this thing will hit me where I'm like, I want fish, and I'll keep craving fish. And the daughter, that's right, the daughter calls me a shark because I have my moments. So I have some whole snapper right here, and I am going to clean, cut, and season. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys. Let me try to show y'all. Hopefully, this baby got a lot of water. We about to clean them. We gonna cut them, and we gonna season them up. Okay, so the thing is I'm not sure what take I want to do on this. I think I'm gonna go with a fried Caribbean style, and I think of course I'm gonna do some white rice and maybe some cabbage, and maybe some black beans. But we about to let's just clean the season. Okay, so I got some water because I'm thirsty. Okay, so now let's talk about this fish. I have it all clean, and now I'm going to put slits in it. Putting slits inside of your fish is going to allow it to cook through really good, but when you go to do your seasonings and allow it to marinate, it is going to have your whole fish all through the middle. It's going to have it tasting good, okay? So let me show you how to do these slits. Now, you have to properly do the slits because if not, when you go to fry your fish, it will fall apart. Okay, so before we even start doing our seasonings, I want to go ahead and tell you about the fresh things that I'm going to cut up. I'm going to start with 2 garlic cloves, a nice little nugget of ginger, and one of my red bell peppers. Okay, so I'm gonna start off, and let me go cut a green pepper and as well as an onion. Let me go get a green pepper. Okay, so I got my green pepper. You guys, let's pause for a second. I am so super proud of myself because I have the ability now to get my own peppers. If you don't know, go ahead and get you a pepper plant. I'm not sure if they're out of season, or if this is a good season for it, but you can always grow them in your house. But get you a pepper plant and y'all start growing your own stuff. Like, this is my first food and it's going pretty good. Let's cut these up. All right, so I have my green peppers, my yellow peppers, my onions, my minced garlic, and some minced ginger, okay? So you can actually put this inside a blender or merger blender, you know, and make this a paste. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so I'm going to put in some of my green peppers, some of my red peppers, some of my onions, ginger and garlic. I also went out to my garden and got 2 bay leaves, some coconut milk, a little bit of soy sauce. I'm going to use some of the Caribbean blend seasoning, and then I'm going to use some of my jerk hot and spicy seasoning. A little bit of fresh salt, fresh pepper, some fresh coriander seeds, and 3 dry chilies. Now let's blend. Now what you want to do is open it up, and this is what it looks like. Go ahead and take your finger and give it a taste. Perfect. That tastes very spicy and very fresh. Okay, so if you are not looking for spice, you can definitely avoid using this one and get the mild instead, okay? So now let's do our slight cuts in our fish. Matter of fact, one of the things that I forgot to add was a nice spoon of, what is this, y'all? Brown sugar. So I'm gonna add 1.5 spoons. This is actually going to help balance out the acidity and your spice, okay? So go ahead and give that one more good blend. Give it another taste. Perfect. Ooh, that's a little bit. Okay, anytime you are about to cut meat, you want to always make sure that your knife is super sharp, okay? The sharper your knife is, the better you're going to get your cuts, okay? So you're going to take your fish and you're going to do one side that way and on the other side the opposite way. But you're not going to go so deep, just slightly, just like that. You see? And I like to do at least like 2 to 3. So I'm going to do 3 on this side, just like that. So I have 3 on that side, turn it over and go the opposite way. So 1. And another thing too that a lot of people don't know is cooking fish with the head on is going to keep it moist, especially with the gills, okay? So that's why I did not cut my head off. But if you like, you can definitely remove the head. That is your choice and that is your preference. So, do y'all feel better? Here's the gloves, okay?
Where your glove?
Okay, so anytime you are working with any type of jerk or carry, you always want to wear gloves because it will stain your nails. And you guys, I have no top coat on my nails and I don't want to mess them up. So I'm definitely going to wear the gloves, and it's going to give you the opportunity to get a better rub on your fish, okay? All right, now I'm not going to use all of my sauce because, you guys, I actually want to save some of this to make a sauce to go on the side. So save some of that. But what we're going to do is we're going to grab our fish up and we're going to rub that. Make sure that we go through the slits because we want that to taste all in between. Make sure you go into the crevice of your fish as well. And we might have to add some dry seasonings. So no worries. I'm just going to use a pack. Okay, so now I'm going to take and put some of this on there, and this is the Caribbean seasoning, and you can get this from Walmart or anywhere where they sell the seasonings, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and give that a good amount. Then I'm going to use some of my hot curry, and you can get hot curry anywhere, okay? That's not a thing that's hard to find. And I'm going to use a pack of Caribbean jerk. You can find this as well at Walmart. And then we're just gonna go ahead and we're going to season this up and rub it in real good. I'm trying to make sure I got enough seasonings, because once I turn it over, I don't want to touch my seasonings anymore, okay? So let me give this a little bit more. All right, so I have my fish all seasoned up. Now, what I'm going to do is what I want y'all to do is we're going to cover this up with some saran wrap or foil, slide it in your refrigerator. It is currently 12:40. I'm going to start cooking this maybe about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, maybe, okay? And last thing is I'm actually going to fry this. Don't feel obligated to fry. You can definitely bake this. You can even put this on the grill with one of the grill racks or something that can keep it from falling in between the grates. But I'm going to fry mine. I got a taste for some fried, but you can place it in the oven. And like I said, you can put it on the grill. But I'm going to need to have some type of hardness. So with creating a crust, or to get your fish with a good little char on it, I'm going to add some cornstarch as well as some flour. But I'm not going to do that now because I don't want it to thin out. So what I'm going to do is after I cover this, before I fry it, I'm going to come back in. I'm going to add my flour and my cornstarch, and then I'm going to fry it. I'm going to, it's called, not a deep fry. I'm not deep frying it. I'm doing like a pan fry, like a sear fry. So it's going to be a little bit of oil. Then you can make your rice, and that's going to be amazing with some rice. I'm getting hungry just thinking. Okay, so what I just did right here is I literally took and put the rest of that liquid sauce that I made and mixed up, and I just dumped the rest of my coconut milk. Now, don't gotta use this brand. You guys, whenever you see anybody cooking anything, pick the brand that you can find, or pick the brand that you like. It don't matter. Okay. So we're gonna give this a good mix, and we're gonna put this in the refrigerator as well. Now, I'm sure you guys probably was trying to figure out, well, what is she gonna do with those peppers? It's gonna go inside the sauce once the sauce is done. So we're going to make this sauce. We're gonna warm it up, and it's gonna be a good little sauce that you can put over top of your rice or over top of your fish. But I'm gonna cook this down a little bit before I add in my peppers. So that's why I didn't use all my peppers and my onions and a little bit of garlic and ginger I had. Okay, you guys, it is currently 3:58. So I told you I was gonna let it marinate for a little bit. Okay, so I have it right here. So I'm going to remove my plastic, and I'm going to show you the next part that I'm about to do. But let's go ahead and put our oil in the stove. Okay, I have my Soleil pot right here. I'm going to use my fish oil, and this is oil that I always use only for fish, okay? I don't like to mix my oils. I like to have one for fish and one for chicken. So let's go ahead and let this get hot while I tell you guys about this crustacean. Okay, so first I'm gonna start off with some Louisiana fish fry. Now, you can do any kind of mixture you like. The thing is this all kind of, so that's why I do a mixture. Then I have some self-rising flour right here. I'm going to do maybe 1.5 cups of that, and then some starch. Okay, so I did my flour, and I also did my my fish fry. So now I'm doing my cornstarch, and you guys got to be mindful of cornstarch. A lot of people like to use cornstarch, but something that a lot of people don't know is cornstarch will actually make your food burn very quickly. Okay, so let's go ahead and give this a good mix. Give that a good mix so that everything can be well combined. But yet again, like I said, starch burns pretty quick, okay? All right. Now, just in case someone's asking, Lady K, you don't have a bonding agent. Because I used a liquid seasoning first before I did my powder seasonings. That is a perfect bonding agent for your flour mixture. Okay, so now let's get to our first piece. Nice and slow. Now, as you can see, I am building a good crustation around the edges right here. Do not move your fish. Some people, when they're frying chicken or they're frying fish, they move it too soon, and what happens is you lose that crust that you are creating at the bottom, and we don't want to do that. So we are going to wait until it gets a good golden brown around all the edges before we do any movement. Okay, now we're going to flip it, but you want to be very careful. Now, a lot of people always ask, can Solday pans fry? Here you go. Look at the crustation on this baby. Y'all, this is going to be something good. Do you see that? This is exactly what you are looking for. This right here. Okay, now I want to talk to y'all really quick about this. This is a digital thermometer for food, okay? So when I first began to started cooking, and I was kind of like unsure about temperatures and all of that, I would do my research. I would ask Google, like, you know, or whatever, or even ask my Alexa. But I would listen to what they say, and then I would do my research. Do my research, hear what they say, and find that temperature. Always ask internal temperature for well done, or you can just get my cookbook. Okay, you guys, and here is the sauce. Remember that sauce with that coconut milk? It's right here. I couldn't even get the name out for y'all, but it's the coconut milk sauce. So remember, we made that. I have my rice done. Our cabbage is done. Let me show you what my cabbage looks like. And the fish, I'm on the last two pieces because I did 4 all together. But look at that cabbage. Cabbage is done. And okay, so to your rice, add in some olive oil. We're gonna add in some curry. Curry is definitely gonna help with your color, okay? And then we're gonna add some garlic, some salt, and pepper.
So we made it to the end of the video, and I want to say thank you so much for all your love and support that you continue to show through liking, commenting, and subscribing. Listen, if you did not know, you can head on over to Amazon today and go ahead and order your copy of the cookbook, and I appreciate your support. As always, continue